They say blood makes you family. But no one tells you what happens when the person who paid for your future is treated like a background extra. In your success story, this is a story of how I spent 22 years showing up, paying silently, loving without conditions, and how one graduation speech erased me completely. I didn't scream. I didn't confront. I just stopped saving her. And that's when the truth finally arrived. The room fell silent so fast it felt staged. My stepdaughter, Claire, stood at the podium, champagne glass raised. Her graduation gown was still folded neatly over her chair. 50 people turned to listen. "I want to thank everyone who helped make this possible," she said. Her voice was polished, confident, earned, especially my father, who believed in me enough to invest in my future. "Dad, this engineering degree is as much yours as it is mine." She looked toward the back of the room, not at me, at Derek Chun, her biological father. He raised his glass, smiling like a man who had never missed a single moment of her life. I sat 3 tables away, beside my wife Linda. Her hand squeezed mine under the table. Not comfort, a warning. "And of course," Claire continued, "thanks to everyone else who supported me along the way." Her eyes flicked to me, just briefly. "Tom, thanks for everything you did." "Everything." I smiled, raised my glass, said nothing, and something inside me closed forever. Not loudly, not violently, just a quiet final click. I met Linda 22 years earlier at a community center in Toronto. She taught art to kids who needed somewhere safe after school. I had just sold my father's construction company after he passed. We were both in our 40s, careful people. Linda had been raising Claire alone since she was 4. Derek had left early. Vancouver, tech, a new life, cards, occasional calls. Promises that never stayed long enough to mean anything. When I entered Claire's life, she watched me like someone waiting to be disappointed. So I didn't push. I showed up, homework, soccer, flat tires, Sunday pancakes. I never tried to replace her father. I just stayed. When Claire decided she wanted to be an engineer, I encouraged it. Bought books, built models, spent weekends calculating load stress in my workshop. She won first place at the science fair. Derek sent a text. When she got into McGill with a scholarship, we were proud and scared. Tuition was covered. Life wasn't. Derek promised help. He sent $2,000. Once. I paid the rest. Quietly. For years. $58,000. Laptop, car, insurance, credit card, safety nets she never saw. I never said a word, because that's what family does, right? Derek arrived at the graduation party in a tailored suit, expensive watch, confidence built on absence. He hugged Claire like he'd never left. "I knew you had it in you," he said. Later, he shook my hand. "Engineering runs in the blood," he joked. I smiled when Claire thanked him publicly. I understood something. Silence doesn't make you noble. It makes you invisible. That night, after everyone left, I opened the folder. Receipts, statements, truth. The next morning, I made phone calls. Credit card, closed. Insurance, removed. Guarantor, withdrawn. Not cruelty. Boundaries. I didn't abandon her. I stopped rescuing her. Her card declined. Her insurance vanished. Derek hesitated. Suddenly, promises had conditions. She panicked, and for the first time in her life, the safety net was gone. 2 weeks later, she stood in my garage. Smaller, quieter. "I didn't know," she said. "You didn't ask." I replied. I didn't want apologies. I wanted awareness. Silence had erased me. I wasn't going to disappear anymore. She figured it out. New apartment, new insurance, new credit. She came to dinner because she wanted to, not because she needed anything. A year later, at her company's family day, she introduced me. "This is Tom," she said. "He taught me how to build things properly. Not blood, but presence. I'm retired now. We're planning a trip." Claire asked to join. Derek sent a card. She laughed. If he wants to be part of my life, she said, he needs to show up for the work, not just a celebration. You can love someone for decades and still be erased by silence. Respect doesn't come from sacrifice alone. It comes from boundaries. If this story reminded you of someone who stayed quiet too long, subscribe to Hall of Revenge, because sometimes the strongest revenge is simply refusing to disappear.